obviously, Phil from Rock and Metal News with Rachel Bolan from Skid Row, long-time guitar player, and so welcome to Rock City.
Man, it's great to be back. It's I think our fourth time. They always write it on the wall inside catering.
All right.
Of the bands that play that particular night, of all the dates. I think the last time we were here was 2007. Right. So it's been a bit.
Yeah.
We're psyched, man. I love playing this place.
Yeah. So obviously you just released the new, the first part of the new album, because it's coming out in 3 different chapters.
Yeah.
Where was the decision to make it, the 3 different parts come from? Where did that appear from?
Well, we, I don't know. I don't know where it came from, but we thought it would be a really cool idea. The whole making 3 small bodies of work into 1 large body of work. And from a songwriter standpoint, it's a lot less stress. You know, write 10 songs, pick the best 5 instead of 30, pick the best 10. And plus it keeps new material on a steady flow coming out. And that's what really appealed to me about it. It's like, keeps us out on the road, keeps us writing music, gets our chops up, and we're just about done writing chapter 2. And chapter 1 came out in May, I believe, so we're hoping for about the same release time for chapter 2. We've written quite a bit. We still have some more to do, and hopefully in the studio in February, to record it. And we're going to work with Jeff Tomei. He's going to engineer it, and it's going to be great, man. It's really cool. We haven't been out on the road this much in a really long time. I think it's 100 gigs this year, so it's fun to have the fans involved again, and get the reaction from the fans. And it's been a really positive reaction to chapter 1. So we're stoked.
When it comes to writing material, do you find it easier to do it at home or on the road, or doesn't it really matter?
It's funny. It used to be at home. Snake and I just could not concentrate on the road, just from all the other stuff that being on the road involves. We never really wrote on the road that much, but the last EP we did a majority of the writing in hotel rooms, and it's happening that way too. We just started working on something yesterday at Soundcheck, and so if you would have asked me a few years ago, I would have said home, strictly at home, and with all the comforts. But now it's ideas are just coming out anywhere, and being that we don't all live in the same state anymore, we kind of have to do it that way when we see each other. Snake has spent more time at my house than he's spent at his house this year, because all the breaks in between. We built a little studio in my house, so we just go in and write something and go and demo it right away, and it's been working out really well. But yeah, he spent a lot of time there. He has his own shelf in my refrigerator.
Where do you get ideas for songs from? Is it just general life, or?
Yeah, they could come from anywhere. They could hit us anywhere. You could be online at the supermarket, and something will hit you, and you're like, grab a magazine, scribble it down, I'll take this, and,
from this room even, anyway.
Yeah,
exactly, yeah.
So, or someone will have a title, or someone will have a riff, and we'll just play for each other. And now, technology being the way it is with iPhones, we always have our dictaphone right there, where we used to carry around, in the early days, a cassette recorder, and then the little digital tapes. And so now, yeah, ideas we got tons of them on our phones. If we ever lose the phones, we're totally screwed.
Do you find it hard to slim down, like you said, 10 songs to 5 or 30 to a full album? How do you make that decision on a certain song being not right, or?
You just kind of know it, because there's 5 guys in the room putting their heart and soul into a song, and even if it's one guy, you could just tell it's like, it's just not right, just not feeling it. And if all 5 of you aren't feeling it,
it's just
and
not
you
there.
can't make the change, right?
Yeah.
You can't make the change to make all 5 of you feel it, then you just put it to the side. It's like, okay, let's work on another one. We'll get back to that some other time with fresh perspective. And that's how we choose our songs.
Have you ever sort of gone back to a song after many years and sort of picked up the demo tape and put it on and gone, now this fits?
In a sense, like we'll have a song, we'll hear something, be like, there's some really great parts in this song. Let's take that. Let's not listen to this anymore. Let's just take the riff and approach it new, And that actually happened with one of the songs that we wrote for the new album, for the new mini album. It was a riff that we had, and we worked on it. We worked it to death. I think it was before maybe even Thick Skin, and we just weren't completely happy with it. So we took a bit of the riff out, and we're like, this fits the song. Let's plop this right in here, and it's like. And it fit perfectly. So we kind of built the song around it. It wasn't like taking a full song and doing that, but it just that it just bits and pieces, and we seem to be able to work around it.
How do you approach setting up the list for a show? Because obviously you've got this
such a wealth of a back catalogue and
20 years of back
catalogue.
Well,
you know what the fans love and what the fans want to hear. So
yeah, there's a couple different different ways we look at it. If we're coming back to a place that we just were, like say in April, like if we go back into towns like Manchester last night, we were just there in the spring.
Yeah.
We're gonna change the set list. There's songs that have to be in the set list that we want to do, but we're gonna change it up. Pull some out, put some new ones in that we didn't play the last time. That's the main approach. The other approach we have is the energy level. We're a band that's not going to come out play our ballad first, We're going to come out guns blazing and just all wide open and hit it hard like Kiss or the Ramones used to do, and that's our roots,
Yeah.
And that's the other thing we take into consideration. So, and of course we want to get some new stuff in there, but we don't want to inundate people with new stuff because they want to hear new stuff, but they also want to hear our classics. So we try to it's a really delicate balance, but I think we're getting pretty good at it. At least I like to think so.
Obviously, the singer's been here now for many years, but the old thing of Setback coming back it's always there.
The rumours was rife around here at the beginning of the year. Is there any truth in any of that? Is anything ever going to happen?
No, never. We're having fun and we're making new music and there's no drama and he's doing his thing, we're doing ours. Plenty of rock and roll to go around for everyone, I say.
Exactly, exactly. That's cool. Yeah.
There's a lot of bands that have done it where they've split off and you've got two great bands out of it. Sepultura and Soulfly, for instance, and
exactly. So,
all that sort of stuff. So.
Yeah, like I said, we're making new music. We're doing what we want to do, and on this tour we've done 3 shows and 2 of them were sold out, and the other one was damn close to it. So we can't ask for anything. I was just having this conversation with John Tempesta from the Cult last night. He's an old buddy of ours, and he came to the show, and we were talking. He's like, you gotta be so happy doing what you're doing. And I was like, yeah, dude. I go, look at you. You're in the Cult. You're going out. You're playing all these places, and we're traveling the fucking world, making rock and fucking roll, man. You can't beat it. You can't fucking beat this job,
So, in your approach to guitar playing and stuff, how do you progress from where you are now? What sort of practice techniques do you use to refresh?
Me personally, I'll pick up my bass every now and then. I don't really practice, but I give myself homework assignments. Like before we left for Indonesia, I've always wanted to learn "Want You Back" by the Jackson 5. James Jamerson, one of my favorite bass players, played all early Motown sessions. I was like, I gotta learn this, and I sat down and learned the song. I probably forgot it by now, but it was my homework assignment, and it just teaches you little techniques and little things that I don't personally do. And now you kind of work it in because I grew up, like I said, listening to Ramones and Kiss. Ramones, very simple approach. Obviously, Gene Simmons is a very underrated bass player. He's amazing, and then I started learning Iron Maiden songs as I got older, and Deep Purple. I learned to play bass basically to Machine Head, the Deep Purple album. Machine Head, because
that's a fucking killer album.
His bass was so up front and just drove the music and drove the band, and it was really cool. So I just that's how I keep my chops up. And then writing, sometimes I write with a guitar, sometimes I write with a bass.
Okay, cool. Thanks a lot for your time.
You got it, brother.
Obviously.